Hey guys, today we're doing a look into my truck med kit. So the point of this kit, it is I roll up on a wreck or someone I'm nearby, whether maybe work or someone or something, there's an incident that I can treat. Just to make it clear, I am a EMT student, so right now I'm not a medical professional. So take what I do and say with a grain of salt. None of this reflects the views of my school. This is my own personal opinions. So getting that out of the way, my bag is by who's this? Tech Ops from TSSI. I got this on Marketplace. I have really not much of a clue about this besides it's a medical bag, more like tactical medicine. But it works, so, and it was cheap, so I did that. I bought it. On the outside here, got my PPE. Got this little pouch I had since I was a young kid. Had no idea what that little elasticy thing was for, so found out not too long ago that that's actually for gloves. So PPEs are on the outside, and next to it is my favorite kind of Sharpie for EMS. My goodness, these are hard to find where I am, but nice to use with one hand and write notes on your hand. Yeah, and then right here is a knockoff Leatherman Raptor Rescue, whatever. I'm way too broke to afford these things. I'm a student, so I'm just using these. I think these are 25 bucks. Pretty nice. This doesn't lock, that's the one downside, but probably not even going to use that, let's be real. So, and then my own little retention mechanism here. And then this is a patch from Die Tired Co. Use the code LIAMCRABTREE, all caps, at checkout to save a bunch of money. They make a lot of cool shirts, patches, flags, and it's run by a wildland firefighter, so that's pretty darn cool. So yeah, check them out and tell them I sent you. Thanks to those guys for letting me have an affiliate link. These are the first or the closest thing to a sponsor, so that's pretty darn cool. And then on the side of this kit, from my kind of like guide days, a little NRS escape survival, not a survival knife, more like a, extrication tool maybe. These are good if you need a break, bust into someone, for emergency move maybe, just to even get access to the patient. And when worst case scenario occurs, self-defense. I know it probably depends on what state you're in, so just be careful. And remember, the first thing if they teach you in EMT school, and they will never let you forget, is scene safety. You can't treat anyone if you're not able, or if you need treatment. So just don't be a hero, because that gets people killed. I know that doesn't sound very fun, but reality still exists. Inside the kit, more PPE, reoccurring theme of this video. I love my PPE and I love my Sharpies. So there's that. This little elasticy thing here is like an IFAC, so I got some, Subox, hemostatic gauze, some normal gauze for packing, and a little compression wrap. So these are, I found that your hands get all bloody. I learned this. It's way easier to grab medical tape than this plastic, because it is pretty darn hard to do that. Your hands get all slippy. There's two tourniquets, both cat. Remember guys, get your medical equipment from a reputable source, not Amazon. Make sure like North American Rescue, that's really the only one I get my stuff from. Or just other like Dark Angel Medical, Refuge Medical. Don't fall for the Rhino tourniquets. Anything that's TCCC approved is what I would advise to get. So also just a diagnostic piece of kit, stethoscope just to listen to lung sounds, because there's some airway stuff in here we'll get to. And then headlight or headlamp. You can't see, or if you need a signal, just not too tactical as well. I'm currently still a civilian. Another Sharpie, and then some medical tape. So yeah, putting these all together. Just make sure you have stuff. This is the most easy, the most important stuff to grab. Make that the easiest to get, because well, people die pretty darn quick if they don't keep all their blood in them. Sorry, right here is just some Narcan. That's one of the only medications I will give. I think that's one of the only ones protected by Good Samaritan. Just know how to give it my campus. Gonna give a little shout out to my college, OSU. Go Bucks. Screw you, Michigan. I'm kidding. I don't really give a crap about sports. I know you're going to flame me, but they actually have a vending machine. It's pretty cool. A vending machine that gives out Narcan. So that's pretty darn cool, y'all. And then, so just know when to give it. Yeah, just put them in the recovery position and make sure they don't vomit. Don't need to aspirate on your vomit. That's not very cool. In here, as it says, sorry about the Velcro noise, ouch pouch. This is more of my comfort kit. You know, boo-boo, scrapes, upset stomach. Some more gloves. Got some electrolyte powder for my family is known for our passing out when it gets hot out, because we are gingers. Just an eye cup. You know, more comfort stuff, cold medicine, lip balm, you know, moleskin, stuff for ticks, because we're in that kind of area. One thing is, I will not be giving medications. I don't think many, if not any, are covered by Good Samaritan. Well, I will do some research on that, but maybe the only one, and I don't know, this is all in Minecraft or hypothetical, we'll say right now, before I do some research. Only one I really feel comfortable about giving is aspirin on a suspected heart attack, but even then, I'm not sure. I'm only gonna do that if I find out that that's totally legal to do, because I don't want to get sued, since I'm getting, this is pretty early into my medical career. So up here is just a bunch of ACE bandages for, you know, your orthopedic injuries. Pretty darn handy. Gazillion uses for these. In here is basically all the contents of this area, besides you know, some hemostatic gauze. Just, I could give this to someone else who's trained and treat another patient if it's a mass casualty event. And in here's my airway kit. Just a bunch of MPAs and some other gauze and a mask, because anytime you're doing a airway procedure, you want to make sure you don't get any of their cooties, we'll say, on you, because that can tank your career or put a pause on it pretty quick. And then some of these, wow, I'm blanking, safety pins. This is more for improvised medicine, but if you have an MPA that's too big for someone, you can size it properly and pin it through the MPA to stop it so it doesn't go back too far and cause your airway to get all messed up. Again, this is something I've just learned. Maybe don't do it unless you've been trained to do so. I'm just trying to save my butt here. But that really covers it for the inside of the kit, besides my fun little pouch down here. This holds more of my orthopedic stuff. So SAM splints, cravats, got 2 of those. Actually, I've had to use one of those before. Some kid ate it in front of me and thought he broke his arm. He didn't, thankfully. But and then some stuff for my stethoscope. I gotta find a better spot for that, but that's just in there for just in case. Start one here. Then finally, one of the cooler things. This was given to me by someone, but this is one of those plate carrier IFAKs that you can that is able to be pulled out in case of an emergency. So this has, you know, basically everything for an IFAK. Has some chest seals. Only thing it has I cannot use are needles for needle decompression. At least in the state of Ohio, I think it's a paramedic thing you need, or when you become a paramedic, you can do these. But as an EMT in Ohio, you cannot give needle Ds, and that's not, I don't believe, covered by Good Samaritan. But I could be making up. But that's just, since this is a sealed product, I'm not going to rip it out. I'm just going to ignore it. Maybe if someone's on the scene of a mass casualty event and knows how to do it, I'll say, hey, look here. If you think someone needs it, give it to them. But that's just, I'm gonna ignore that. But you know, this is pretty darn nice besides that. So yeah, this just is gonna live in my truck or on other events that I go to. Some things I'm gonna think about getting in the future is a blood pressure cuff. A lot of times, well, your ABCs or your March algorithm are gonna be your first things. Taking vital signs is after you can ensure that they're not gonna croak pretty quickly on you. So I'm not really sure if that's important. I'm sure you noticed that there's not many, if there's maybe only 1 or 2 chest seals in there. Some literature's come out that it's not too important in the civilian scene. I mean, I'm not witnessing someone getting shot every other day or fragmentation injuries personally, but I'm also not in Chicago, so maybe if you're up there, just get some of those. But we'll see about that in the future. I've gotten trained on the bag valve masks, so you know, hook under the patient and pull, but I don't know, those get dicey as well. Yeah, besides that, that's just about it. If you have any recommendations or comments, please let me know. Remember, this is the practice of medicine and not the doing of medicine. We're always learning. I'm open to that. Just be kind about it. I appreciate you watching, and thanks again to the Die Tired Co. Use code LIAMCRABTREE, all caps, in the checkout process, and you'll save some money. Big shout out to those guys. Closest thing to a sponsorship I have. So big thanks again to them, and I'll see you when I see you.